Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony Plays The Binding of Isaac. Hope everyone's doing good, everyone's chilling, going about their day nice and lovely. Today, I'm gonna get revenge or whatever, because I was there, man. I was literally right on the cusp of winning, and I don't take kindly to the fact that there was a loss in there, you know what I mean? So today, I'm saying, F it, we ball. We're playing Samson again, and we're doing it again. Anyways, I hope y'all are doing well. I'm chilling on this nice and lovely day. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm more so kind of just enjoying the day until the week starts once more, but is that a golden bomb? Until the week starts once more is what it is, though, you know. Like, that's just life and whatnot. That at the end of the day, that's just like life or something like that, right? I don't know. Maybe not. I could be coping or whatever. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, for the most part, I'm not really doing much. I wanted to play Arc Raiders this morning, but freaking issues. Oh my god, you know what? Actually, speaking of this morning, actually, today is like what? Daylight savings time, you know what I mean? The first time, or not the first time, but daylight savings time rolled back an hour or whatever. We got an extra hour of sleep, as one might call it. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, I don't think it was necessarily well utilized on me. I always feel like that extra hour of sleep kind of deal or whatever, you know, I try my best to take advantage of it, but in recent time I've actually like been sleeping at a reasonable hour, surprisingly, I know. So it was like mad wasted on me, I'm gonna be honest with you. Because it was just like, yeah, I get an extra hour of sleep, but I'm still gonna go to bed at the same time, you know? I'm still gonna go to bed the same hour I usually do. And it was weird because I ended up waking up like, what's the word I'm thinking of? You know, I like woke up an hour early because of my circadian rhythm or whatever. I could not, if there was something like that on a larger scale, I could not deal with that, like jet lag or something like that. You know what I mean, bro? I'd be like, nah, I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm done. I'm good, bro. I'm not. I'll chance it. Ghost bombs. That's pretty good with a golden bomb, right? It's just free little guys that spawn. I mean, look at them, bro. Come on, I'll be okay if I get one. My bad. Oh, hold up. Are they goated or what's up, bro? Boom, boom, boom. It's time if I had one wish. Nah, yeah, nothing. Nah, I can't grab anything there. Oh, accidente, my bad. But yeah, I'm gonna be real with y'all. That extra hour to sleep, it kind of just fell on like deaf ears or whatever, you know. It's not really too big of a deal, nothing too crazy. I mean, granted, an extra hour of sleep could mean like a lot for some people, but at least for me, it's not like I was, you know, it's not necessary, I guess you'd call it. You feel me? I mean, I gotta grab them, right? I got a quarter. We gotta see what's up. I'll grab one. Nah, I'll grab both. We'll jinx it. Who cares? Bam. Blue map. And champion belt. That's pretty solid. Blue map is crazy cracked full. Champion belt is a little eh. But whatever. I'm not here to complain. I'm here to enjoy. as they say. Y'all know what I mean. Am I right, fellas? Dap me up, come on. Well, yeah, I'm gonna be real with y'all for the most part. It's just a regular day. It's just a regular day to me, you know what I mean? Crazy bread, that's like normal bread to a guy like me. Just craving. I'm gonna be so real with y'all. Honestly, what I'm doing right now is I'm just craving, brother. It has been so long since I've had a pizza, and I still don't think I'm like, I guess, quote unquote, allowed to really eat it just because of it's like mad crusty or whatever, and I could potentially get a potential this, potential that. I'm paranoid, but like in the random circumstance that I eat a pizza and then all of a sudden, oh, it's like too, what's it called? Too flaky, too crunchy, a part gets lodged into like my little, okay, wording is very careful with what I'm about to say here. It gets lodged into my wisdom tooth like hole, and then it can't be like easily extracted, and I'm just doomed to pain of sharp object feeling, you know what I mean? But that's just paranoia, if you ask me. I think it is really truly just paranoia coming from me. However, I'm not gonna be the one to put that to the test, you know what I mean? That's the issue. That is the issue, bruh. And is that dumb? Is that stupid? Low-key? Low-key maybe. It might be, alright, bro? I'm gonna be real with y'all. It might be a little dumb, it might be a little stupid. Whatever, though. Alright? I know. Crazy mentality. Just whatever it, Tony, and that's real. Whatever, man. Not that big a deal, if you ask me. Oh my god, have a blessed penny, bro. Have a blessed penny. Oh, that's it? Okay, thank God. I was about to cry. Oh no! Didn't they outlaw this room in like Old Isaac or something, bro? What's up with that? Now, you telling me it's back? Shaking my head, man. This goes to show you the woke left or whatever, something like that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, y'all. Have you guys noticed yet? Oh, but dude, alright, so I'm a little upset, alright? I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm a little upset. I'm a little kind of like peeved because I wanted to play Arc Raiders today, you know? I'm gonna be real with y'all. Alright, no need to hide it. I've started to become an Arc Raiders guy. I'm an extraction shooter guy, bro. Alright, through and through. I'm sorry, I'm an extraction shooter guy. It's fun, okay? I can't deny it any longer. The allegations, okay, I shouldn't say that, but the rumors are true. The rumors are true. I have become an extraction shooter head. And I just wanted to play some. I'm gonna be real. I just wanted to play a little bit, you know, play some game. But when I queued up earlier, it was like, sorry, little bro. You can't do anything ever. You gotta slime your shit out because, I don't know, because the game hates you. And you might be thinking, Tony, what the hell are you talking about? I was just trying to play, alright? I was just trying to hop on some Arc Raiders. I boot up for the first time I ever see this queue. The launcher or whatever doesn't even open up. It's instead being like, yo, little bro, you're in a queue. I'm like, okay. Odd. Never heard of that. Never seen that before from this game. Must be busy. Finally, like 15 minutes later, I actually get in game. And when I get in game, I try to queue up. Error, bro. Instant error. Can't. Matchmaking failed. I'm just like, what do you mean? You know, you feel me? It might sound dumb to say, but I'm being 100% real. A part of me is just like, what do you mean, bro? Matchmaking error? What's up? So I'm be real with y'all. I'm not like pissed off or whatever, obviously, but a part of me is already like, Alright, something's wrong here, you know what I mean? Something's up here, bro. And I go to Twitter, I know, cringe, but I go to Twitter to like get some confirmation, see what's up, bro, what's up with my game. And it turns out it's true. Turns out it's just straight up facts. It's true that Arc Raiders at the moment, at least, was just like in a cooked state or something. I do really want to pick up the damage buffs or whatever, like the health ups and damage bonuses from the binge eater, but I do gotta say the speed downs are mad criminal, and I wish they weren't a thing. And I don't need a lot of wishes, cause I'll be okay if I get one. If I have one wish. I'm sorry, I just can't help but sing good music, dare I say. I mean, it's nothing you guys aren't used to, at least, right? Tony singing and yapping. Oh, I almost grabbed the incorrect one. I was gonna have to do nothing. Eyeing to make sure they heard me say that. You know, you can never be too sure. You can never be too sure with people nowadays. I don't know what I'm talking about. You guys know what Tony is yapping about at all this episode? I feel like I am on a mental break, dare I say. And I don't mean I'm on a mental break as in like I'm taking a break or something. Like I'm having a breakdown, you feel me? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure reference. That might be the stupidest joke Tony has ever conceived. He's goated. He's goated. Alright, heals 2 hearts. It's a temporary damage up, but it's a luck and a tears up. I'll grab it. I'll grab it because the tears up is really good. The speed down is kind of cringe, but the tears up is never bad, especially considering that they nerfed spawns a treasure and room and shop and shoal. I'm not going to shoal, bro. Little bro, I ain't going there. Oh my god, I didn't even grab the knife piece. Is this the stupidest man on earth? What's good? Anyways, alright. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I still have yet to even play RedSec, which, if you're unaware, RedSec is the Battlefield, what's it called? It's the Battlefield Battle Royale. I still have yet to even play that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I do remember in the video, in the recording, saying I kind of wanted to give it a shot. No, not really. You know, I don't know what it is. No hate or whatever. I don't think the game's bad or anything. I was actually playing a lot of Battlefield earlier today with my friend. It was really fun. Oh my god, I was low-key going in, not to glaze, you know, not to self-glaze, not to start yapping about the game or whatever. But I was low-key going in, man. I'm not even joking, alright? I was pulling out all the stops. I wish I could show y'all. Y'all would have seen the most locked-in Tony y'all have ever seen. You would be like, man, I didn't know Tony could low-key schmoove. Tony could low-key hit it like that. I was going full, and I'm not even playing when I say this, alright? I'm not even playing when I say this, no glaze. Full iron sight with the sniper on rush, and I was just popping heads. And whenever I wasn't popping heads, I'm gonna be real with y'all, not to self-glaze once more, I think I was low-key the greatest, like, medic my team has ever seen, you know what I mean? Not to self-glaze, proceeds to say the most inflammatory statement ever conceived, but I'm not even joking, alright? I don't know what it is in Battlefield 6, alright, it's a Tony Battlefield 6 complaint video right here, but I just don't know what people's deals are. Oh, that's a permanent damage up. Alright, no more health. We gotta start going for the other ones. The more we keep going for the health, the more we lose out on blue hearts, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm already a little uncomfortable with how many blue hearts we have. But I'm not even joking when I say this, bro. All right, this is full, unfiltered opinion on Battlefield 6. I think so far the game is actually really fun. I have not played RedSec. This is just pure Battlefield 6 itself. I think the game is insanely fun. It's very, to me, very reminiscent of like the Battlefield 4 era, you know? And I love that. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I am a huge fan of that, like crazy huge fan of that. Shot speed and luck up. Let's just go with you. Tears. I don't like how it's 3 spirit hearts. That's the issue. That's the issue. It costs 3 spirit hearts for that. That's not worth it in any sense of the word. But it's fine. If we lose red health, that's perfectly fine, because that means we can keep ourselves in balance with Binge Eater. But it's a great game, all right? The gameplay so far, I'm having a lot of fun. If there is some issues I'm having with the game, it's gotta be... It's something my friend had brought up that I'm also not too big a fan of. It is that your class does not unlock weapons by using weapons of that type. And you might be thinking, a little confusing statement, Tony, what do you mean? I'm a sniper, all right? I'm a sniper and I'm a medic. I rarely play engineer, I rarely play assault. I just really like being A, a help to the team, or B, sniping in any video game. As one Twitter post I saw said, sniping is like very technically impressive, but it lacks soul. I'm on the side of, I think it lacks soul if you play the wrong way. But you can be a sniper with soul, and that, I think that's me. I think that's me. I think I'm a sniper with soul. But all right, that's not the issue. The issue is, as someone who likes to snipe a lot, I see, oh, let me check what snipers do I have to look forward to down the line. Oh, there's the SV98, which I am aware of from Battlefield 4. That was literally my favorite sniper in Battlefield 4. I can't wait to use it. Oh, I have to wait until I'm level 26. And that's the issue that was pointed out to me by my friend, because it kind of didn't even click in my head until he pointed out it was an issue. Now you might be thinking, Tony, if you had to point out it was an issue, probably wasn't that big of an issue. Nah. Because in Battlefield 4, the game that I know and love, and not to be like, oh, but Battlefield 4 had it like that, you know, nah. I'm not trying to go that route. But what I will say is, it makes sense for you to unlock more snipers if you commit to using them. You know what I mean? However, the game isn't formatted like that, at least not Battlefield 6. Instead, it's formatted in the way of the more you level up, the more guns you unlock just throughout for each and every class. And you might be thinking, Tony, that doesn't sound like a bad thing. What's exactly the issue here? The issue here stems from, if I want a certain sniper rifle in Battlefield 4, say I wanted the SV98, the JNG90, I wanted to just only use sniper rifles, I could have had that gun unlocked, and I never would have had anything else, but I would have had the gun, you know? I could essentially target level by playing only sniper and using only snipers and get that gun. Not a thing in Battlefield 6, because now, no matter what class I play, I could literally hardcore go snipers all I wanted to. My next sniper unlock is going to be at level 26, and I will unlock like I'll unlock like 3 LMGs, 2 ARs, and 4 SMGs before ever even getting the sniper that I actually had an interest in. That's the issue. The moment my friend had pointed that out, I realized, wait, you're right. This is like Call of Duty in a sense, you know? where you're stuck with, maybe one would call it a mid sniper or whatever, but you're stuck with a mid gun until you reach the level that you actually want to reach to use the weapon you want to use. Instead of just, let me just only use this weapon to unlock it faster. You know what I mean? It kind of sucks. I feel like I'm maybe not describing it well, but you'll understand. If you were a Battlefield player, you played Battlefield 4, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Where a sniper, it's a recon class item, you know, dare I say. So you would use recon and you would use snipers to unlock more snipers, you know what I mean? At least to me, the concept makes sense. To others, you know, it might seem like needless, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like filibuster or whatever, you feel me? Filibuster is easily the wrong word, but it's the only word I could think of that had a similar feeling to it when I was thinking about it out loud. Maw the Void is crazy goated. Eye the Occult is also crazy goated. I'm gonna be real with y'all. We might grab all of these. So, bam. 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 Leviathan, but also there we are, baby. And now we fly. Also, I just realized. And now we have flight, which is kind of goated. Right, guys? So yeah, I'm gonna be real with y'all. It's genuinely gotta be one of the only issues I really have with the game is that the aspect of a damage up. That's genuinely gotta be one of the only issues I really have with the game. It's just the aspect of you can commit so hard to using snipers, but you'll still have to wait 20 levels to unlock the next one. Whereas in other games, you could be level 4 and have like 5 snipers unlocked because you soul committed to using only snipers, you know? And some might say, Tony, it's a good change, Tony, it's a bad change. Personally, it's a different change for me. I'm not gonna say I think it's horrible. I'm just immediately eat that flat file, bro. Y'all know how I feel about flat file. You guys know me. I think flat file is one of the greatest creations known to man. It's like unironically top 10 Isaac items. It's not even an item, but I just ate it, so I'll count it as one right now. It's genuinely top 10 Isaac items of all time. Never having to worry about spikes on anything ever again. It's peak. It makes some of, I'm not even joking when I say this, it makes some of the worst enemies in Gehenna / Ash Pit. No, this is Ash Pit. In Gehenna / Mausoleum, literally useless, bro. Those spikes that like run at you, if they catch you in their eyesight or whatever, they just don't do anything, bro. They don't exist, you know what I mean? Because they're all spikes. And guess what flat file does? It gets rid of anything with spikes. I'm sorry, but you can't tell me it's not goated, right? All right. You can slander any other item in Isaac all you want, but I will not have anyone slander my goat that is flat file, all right? Flat file is genuinely peak, bro. It's peak item. The moon is jealous of me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I have been absolutely listening / jamming out to Do You Thing by Gorillaz. I was not aware that there was a 13-minute extended version of the song until I saw it on YouTube one time. And my friend was looking at my YouTube thing and he was like, "Oh, Tony, have you heard the 13-minute like extended version of this song?" I was like, "No, I haven't." He's like, "Dude, it's so good, give it a listen." And he wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. He was cooking. Do Your Thing is, I listened to it once and it's like stuck in my head, bro. It's like earworm, you know? It's like forever stuck in my head and I cannot stop listening to it. It is so goddamn good, dude. No joke, no joke, no balls. I'm being for real. Let's donate. Let's donate all our money, why not? Hey. It's pretty good, question mark? But it's, you know, sorry, I got completely sidetracked. It's good, you know, I will say. I think it is different. It's more Call of Duty like, but I prefer the option of I could be like level 9 and have all snipers unlocked because I committed that hard to snipers. But I will say, you know, besides that, I will say the game is genuinely phenomenal. That's no joke. It is easily, I think, my second favorite Battlefield of all time. And you could be like, Tony, you ain't played Bad Company 2, you ain't played, what's it called? You ain't played Battlefield 3. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You're right. I never got to play those games in their prime time. I have played Battlefield 3's campaign and I have played some multiplayer for Battlefield 3, but not all of it. And I've also only ever played really the campaign, and scarcely, it is hard to find a match, at least not anymore. I haven't tried any time recently, but even back then, bro, back during the Battlefield 4 era, it felt almost impossible to find a match of Battlefield Bad Company 2 on consoles. But yeah, I did miss out on what some would consider like the greatest of Battlefield, and it saddens me. I'm gonna be real with y'all, just straight up, it saddens me. Because I would want to experience that, truth be told. I really would want to experience what some call the greatest Battlefield games out there. However, you know, all I really got to experience was Battlefield 4, 1, 5, 2042, and now 6. And I gotta say, Battlefield 4 technically is my first Battlefield. And it's what's the bias when it's like it's the first thing that you played, so it's your favorite or whatever? Is there a bias for that? Have we unanimously come to a decision on that? But I gotta say, even if it was my first ever Battlefield and so there's some bias to that, I still think Battlefield, what's it called? I still think Battlefield 4 is like top games of all time, bro. There's something special about Battlefield 4 that cannot be captured again, dare I say. And I don't think that I'm making a criminal statement by saying that. I think some other people might agree. There's just something special about Battlefield 4, man. It just did it right, bro. It just had it down. It did it right. Damage, range. It's fine. It'll even out. It'll even out. It'll even out, dare I say. Actually, hold on. What am I doing? Take that, bro. Yes. You might call it a dumb decision. I for one am a huge fan of the funny little dumb bombs, alright? I like the bombs with all the cool stuff on it. I think it's fun. Oh my goodness, is he the worst Isaac player known to man? Tears, I'm already past the tier cap, so what is this? Tears and luck. And that's tears and shot speed. I'll take the luck up, I guess. What is that? Tears and range? It's also a tears and range, but this funds hearts, so I'll take that. Let's go, baby! What were we waiting for? But 4 is just special, man. Battlefield 4 is something special, dude, genuinely. They put something in the water when they were cooking up Battlefield 4 because it is genuinely, I think, one of the greatest multiplayer shooters I played. It's what got me into the Battlefield franchise, and it's definitely what's kept me loving the Battlefield franchise even after all this time. Because I mean, I may not be a Battlefield 3 head, I may not be a Bad Company 2 head, I may not have known what the peak of the franchise looked like or whatever, but I played 4, I became a fan, and I definitely was there when all the other Battlefields were coming out and people were hating on them, saying like it's so over. I don't think it was ever really over with 1, although I think people like Battlefield 1 now, look back on it fondly, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like there wasn't a crap ton of backlash because they dared add they dared show off like a black character in the campaign for Battlefield 1. And same with 5, although I think 5 as a whole just wasn't, I guess, the greatest Battlefield either. And then same with 2042. Although, I'm not gonna cut them some slack. Battlefield 2042, it came out in like a really bad spot. And they did fix it over time. Oh my god, I thought you guys would stop existing. Hello? Never mind, alright? Looks like there are things even gods can't do, and that is flat file not allowing that to go through. What the? Where'd you come from? But yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. Battlefield 2042, although it came out in a really rough spot, and they did definitely update it and add things to make the game way better, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think if you're gonna say Battlefield 2042 was a horrible game just off rip, I think you need to at least give it a slight look back upon after all the updates, you know? Because that's kind of how I felt. Is the game came out and I was like, this is actually so, like, buns. And then full game was out, you know, aka like give it a couple years to cook or whatever. And finally I was looking back on the game and I was like, yeah, this is solid, this is good. I wish the game released like this, you know, that's kind of what it had me feeling like. It's got me like, I wish the game had released in a good estate like this, but I mean, hey, I'll take it where I can get it, you know what I mean? I'll take the dubs where I can get them. And at least for Battlefield 2042, I think that was going to be one of the only dubs the game was receiving, was, hey guys, at least we made it better than it was at launch. Although I still think, as a whole, it's slightly a bit lackluster, it just kind of just feels a little... It just feels a little different compared to the rest of the Battlefield franchise. But... Battlefield 6 came out, and... I mean, hell, I think we can almost all of us can agree is that Battlefield 6 is a damn good game. Right? I can hope we can come to an agreement on that sense at least, because it kind of feels like there's literally no other way to look at it. Battlefield 6 is damn good. Essentially what I'm saying is I need y'all to give it its flowers because it's solid, man. And I feel as though good games deserve recognition. Now there are some, honestly, are there some issues I have with Battlefield 6? I haven't tried Red Sec, so I can't really say too much on that. Although if I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this is like Tony cutting through it all just to speak to you guys directly. I did say I wanted to play Red Sec, but I'm kind of just like, I'm a little surprised they were making a battle royale, just because a part of me feels like it's been done. You know what I mean? A part of me is thinking like, why is Battlefield 6 making a battle royale in the year of our Lord right now? You know what I mean? I'm not that kind of person that's like, who asked for this, man? This is garbage. Who asked for this? Because that's just not how I feel about it. But how I do feel about it is like, why? Because it really feels like the battle royale trend has been kind of said and done for a while. Were there really people out there that wanted this? I guess you could say, you know? That's what I'm trying to say. Were there really people out there that were like, yes, I wanted this Battlefield 6 Battle Royale, dude? I guess it doesn't matter. Hierophant and Balls of... You know what? I should have taken Balls of Steel because it's an instant. I don't even have to grab it. It just instantly gives it to me. Did someone say conjoined? And I don't need a lot of wishes, cause... why am I singing the song again? I'll be okay if I get one. If I had one wish. Don't think I don't see you, little bro. Small rock? Smock? Oh. No smock enjoyers here. That's fine. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's kind of... I just... Why? I guess. Why Battle Royale? Why Battle Royale? That's truly, I guess, my opinion, my thought process. Is why a Battle Royale? I just didn't think people were still asking, or people were still out here being like, man, I really wish a new Battle Royale game would drop. You feel me? How's Warzone's numbers doing? You know, I guess that's my question. How's Warzone's numbers doing? Because I would never guess it would be at the highest point it was before, but is it still so high that other games are out here like, hey, maybe let's try and capitalize on that? You feel me? You know what I mean? Like, is it that good, bro? That's what I'm trying to say. Is it really that good? I don't think so. You feel me? Call me a little ignorant, call me perhaps a little dumb, but I don't think the demand is there like that. At least not the way that we think it is. You feel me? Granted, these are just my thoughts. This isn't like real factual statements here. These are just my thoughts. I wouldn't think it would be popping like that. You feel me? I wouldn't think it would be out here popping like that crazy style, is what I'm trying to say. Just die already, please. I know you're close. There. Really? Alright, not too bad, fellas. Not too bad. Anyways, that was a horrible... Anyways, want to thank y'all for watching. If you guys did enjoy, greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day and or good night, depending on the time reviewing this. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.